everyone, I'm Joy and welcome to my channel. Today's tutorial is only going to be about eyebrow, contouring, blush, highlighter and lips. If you're interested in my previous video on base and eye makeup, please click the link on the top right hand corner. Before we start, please click the subscribe button and bell icon down below. Thank you! Okay, now let's start with eyebrows. I'm going for brown straight eyebrows to match with today's soft look. And to get straight eyebrows, I'll straighten the bottom arch and fill in the empty spaces with the pencil. Determine where the eyebrows should end to make sure that your eyebrows are not too short. The tail or the end of the eyebrows should be darker but thinner. I really like this Kate eyebrow pencil because it's not too creamy, making it easier to control and not messy. Even though you might need to draw a few times to make the colors come out and get a nice distinct line. When drawing the other side, always compare and try to make sure that both sides look as similar as possible. And actually, for my everyday look, I would usually go for the grey shade instead of brown one since my hair is black now. But do not go for black, especially if you are a beginner, unless you want to look like Shin-chan. Moving on to eyebrow powder, this perfect Diary Eyebrow Kit has 4 colors and comes with 2 pieces of dual end brushes. But the brush is a little bit too small to my liking, so I prefer to use my own brush. For today's look, I'm going with the medium brown shade to brush through the end of the eyebrow. Like I mentioned before, the end should be darker. So with the light brown shade, lightly brush through the head of the eyebrow. Remember to only brush through lightly. This way, you'll create a nice gradient. Then, clean the brush on the tissue and brush through the outline to create a rounded and blurred outline at the head. Now, use an eyebrow brush to brush through the eyebrows to create a smooth finish. Next, we have the IMagic Eyebrow Mascara in their lightest shade. Remove excess liquid from the brush to avoid clumps. Brush against your hair and make sure that the brush doesn't touch your skin. Make sure to get all the hairs. But I don't usually use it since my hair is black now. I'm using it now because I want to go for a soft look and also to show you how it's done. After the mascara, use the eyebrow brush to brush through again to remove any clumps. This may not be the best eyebrow mascara, but I won't complain for the price of about 6-7 ringgit from Shopee and Lazada. Then, use the concealer brush to clean off the edges. You can use a little bit of concealer for bigger mistakes or as needed. Now for contouring, I'm using IMagic 4 color contouring palette. With a small contouring brush, I will mix the medium and dark brown to get a shade that better suits my face. Remove excess powder by tapping the brush. Then lightly brush on the sides of the nose, starting from the eyebrow. I usually don't go all the way down to the tip, but stop about 2/3 of the way down. Draw a C pointing downwards on the bottom of the eyebrow to above where the eyeshadow is. This way, you can make the eye area more 3-dimensional. Clean your brush on the tissue and blend it out. Then on the tip of the nose, draw a V. Clean off excess powder on the tissue, then continue to blend it out. To be honest, the colors on these palettes are not the best contouring colors for my skin tone, but like the mascara, for the price you can't really complain much. So now, to better make use of these contouring colors, I would use a beauty blender to blend it out further and at the same time take off any excess powder to make it look more natural. Next, with a bigger contouring brush, mix two of the previous colors. Start from below your jawline and move upwards. The aim of contouring is to try and make your face look more V-shaped. Then, brush out from the hairlines, which could also create an illusion of a smaller face. Connect the shading from the hairline and jawline to make the shading flow more smoothly. Moving on to blush, I'm using a coral orange tone from Canmake. With a brush, dab lightly on the cheek area below the eyes. I like this blush because it is not too heavy and it adds a subtle glow to the skin. You can use a beauty blender to lightly dab on the blush area to let it sink further into the base. And now let's move on to highlighter. This Fenty Beauty Starstruck tone is a champagne tone which will add a subtle shine to your face. With a highlighter brush, lightly brush on the area right below the eyes and also the bottom of the eyebrows. Then the middle of the nose bridge, the tip of the nose, a little bit on both sides of the nose, the top of the lips, and on the forehead. Last one, the lips. Actually, I have applied a thick layer of lip balm before I put the rest of the makeup on as well. Today, I'm using a lipstick from L'Oreal, which has a very similar tone to my lips color. With a brush, apply mainly on the center of the lips. Leave a little bit of space before the edges. After that, clean excess lipstick off the brush on the tissue. With a little bit of lipstick left on the brush, blend out the edges to create a blur outline. Then I'm using this Intuit gel tint in peach color to add some color to my lips. Apply only on the center of the lips, clean the brush, and then blend it outwards a little to create a nice gradient. You can also use a concealer brush to clean off the edges. Now look at the subtle gradient. My lips don't look too pale while still looking pretty natural. And now I'm just going to finish off with some final touches. Note that I forgot to set the touch-up area with some powder. But it's not like I was going out anyway. And now we are finally done. Please follow my Instagram for more updates on beauty, inside and out. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more video next week.